到时候就直接发到微信群里和 WhatsApp 群里面。
开始。
Hello, welcome everyone. This is Teacher Jane. So as for today's live stream class, it will be about our sample paper 2, which we have already done last week, right? For sample paper 2, I'm so glad to receive a lot of submissions last week. And today we will talk about some questions in this paper. Before the class, please make sure you already got this paper, the sample paper 2. Also, you can prepare a blank paper, also your pencil and eraser, so that we can calculate together during the class, okay? Hello. Good to see you. There's only like 2 to 3 minutes before the class, so make sure you prepare already. Take out your pencil, your eraser, and also your sample paper too, okay? Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Okay, only 1 minute before the class, so make sure right now. If you want to go toilet, then go right now. And then if you want to prepare something, make sure you are very well prepared right now, okay? And as for today's class, we will talk about the sample paper 2. which we just did last week, right? And also, I know that there are a lot of questions that may be a little bit confusing. What we're gonna do today is just to solve the problems together. Yeah, you are coming. Good to see you. Oh, so many emojis. Okay, we will start at 4 p.m., okay? So right now, make sure you already got your paper, your pencil, and eraser. Then we will get started. Okay, everyone, it is 4 p.m. already, so let's get started. Firstly, we can see last week we did this paper, right? It is called as the sample paper 2. And as for the average score that all of you submit is around 62. It is already very well done. I know that a lot of you must do very hard about this question, right? Okay, so we can see that today it is still Teacher Jane that will learn together with all of you, and you can also see the calendar here. It is already the second week of our live stream course that is here. Okay, today is August 5th, right? And we can see after today's class, I will also share you with another paper. So make sure you will do the paper during this week. And then in the next week, the next Tuesday, that is August 12th, we will also discuss about that paper, okay? So make sure you do the paper after the class. And then make sure you already register for TASMO. Don't just join all the question, join all the sample paper go through and also all the live stream course, but you forgot to register. That is not good. So let's see, how can we register for TASMO? We have two groups. For English speakers, you can just join the WhatsApp group. And then for those parents are more used to Chinese, then you can add my WeChat that is in Chinese. 如果您用微信更方便的话，也可以用微信添加我的个人微信。Okay, so everyone, we can see in the chat group, we will talk about the questions together, and very welcome to invite your friends to join our TASMO and prepare together with all of us. And last week, Teacher Jane received more than 40 papers of your submissions through the link. I'm so happy to receive that, and the average score was 62. It is not bad, right? And then we can also see, as for today, what we're gonna do. So let's have a look. Today, we will go through the P1 sample paper 2. Oh, Maggie, you say you cannot hear anything? You can turn on your macro, you can turn the volume. Do you know how to turn the volume? Can find your mommy to help you with that, okay? Okay, everyone, let's see. As for last week, the first 4 questions, you did it not bad. And we will start with the 5th question. You can see, have you turned to the page? You will see some elephants here, right? According to the pattern below, what will the elephant look like at the question side? Okay, so everyone, we can see the elephant is rotating. So we can see the head is always towards upside, right? Okay, so you can see it's always like this. So somebody may say, oh, I see here. Then the elephant should towards this way. So some kids just chose D. Is this correct? Yes or no? Y for yes, N for no. Actually, this is not correct because everyone, you can see the elephant, the face is always towards the left side, right? But as for the D, although it is towards the top left corner, but you can see the face is towards the right side, right? So this one also cannot. So the correct option is A. This is a little bit tricky, but what you're gonna do is just to observe more in detail, okay? And then this time, let's move on to the 6th question. Observe the pattern below. Fill in the blank with the most appropriate figure. Okay, so let's see. What is the pattern here? Here are some faces, right? So we can see on the face, we got a round face and the eyes. They looks different. Oh, I draw it a little bit ugly. Eyes. And then the mouth, right? Okay, so you can see here, we can observe, is there anything changing? So you can see here, let's take a look. As for the eyes, sometimes it looks like a smiling face. And then you can also draw on your book, okay, on your paper. Then you can see sometimes it is a crying eye, crying eyes, and sometimes it's just like this, a wink, right? Okay, so here we got 3 different kind of eyes. And then let's see. As for each row, we will notice that sometimes it is a wink. Let's do it together. Sometimes it's a wink. Sometimes it's a smiling eyes. Smiling eye. Sometimes it is crying eye. Okay, so we can see as for each row, it is always one smiling eye, one crying eye, one wink, right? Okay, so you can see as for the last one, it should be like crying, smiling, or wink. Although I cannot see you, but you can do it in front of the screen, okay? Yeah, actually it should be smiling. So we can draw it here. It should be smiling. So which options we can never choose? C, D, E. Maybe E, we can leave it here first. And then you can see, how about the mouse? We can see, let me change to the green color. The mouse is always smiling, crying, smiling. Okay, we got 2 different types. Okay, smiling, crying, smiling. And then crying, smiling, smiling. Okay, so we can see, seems like this time we got 2 smiling mouse, 1 crying one, right? So you can see the last row, we got 2 smilings already. Then the last one should be what? You can show me. Like this, right? Okay, so you can see the last one should be look like this. And then don't forget the round face. Then what is our option? Type in your chat box. Good job. That should be A. Okay, so what we're gonna do every time is just to check one by one. Also, you can observe column by column. Teacher Jane just observe row by row, right? Okay, this time, everyone. Just now, we talked about the figure pattern. Actually, there are a lot of different figure patterns when we are doing the question. So right now, Teacher Jane give you some examples. Let's see. Look at the snowman we just made. Can you find any patterns here? What is changing? You can type in your chat box. For example, I can see the scarf. The color is changing, right? Sometimes blue, then red, then blue, then red. Then the next one should be blue, right? And then can you find anything else? Can you find anything else? Yes, the hat. The star, right? Left, top, right, bottom. It is rotating clockwise. Yeah, the directions. You can also see the arms like this, right? Also, anything else? The nose, right? You see the nose? Also the button on the clothes. Okay, everyone, you can see here are the 6 most common differences when we are observing the pattern. So if you are interested, you can take down the note or you just screenshot after the class, okay? Both can. Yes, good job, Evelyn. Okay, then everyone, this time let's move on. Here is the snowman. You can see if the hair is changing. Which one should be the next hair? From the top to bottom is 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one? Type in your chat box for the hair. Okay, that should be the 5th one, right? And then how about the eyes? Close, open, close, open. Next time should be? Yeah, next time should be closed, right? And then how about the nose? Triangle, rectangle, triangle, rectangle. So next time, triangle. Good job. And then the next one, mouth. Right, left, right, left. So next time, right, right. Good job. Then the bow tie. You can see where is the bow tie? On the head, right? Left, top, right, bottom. Next time, left side. Okay. And then the last one, the screen. It is not changing, right? So you can see the first one is the correct one. Okay, and then let's try another question.
Observe carefully and drag the animals to the right place.
Okay, so everyone, we can see fish, turtle, shell. So next time should be the 2 missing blanks where it should be. You can write down T for turtle, F for fish, S for shell, okay? Yeah, the next time you can see fish, turtle, shell, fish, turtle, shell. And then next time, fish. Okay. Then how about this one? Jellyfish, fish. Okay, so after the fish, I want to choose the jellyfish. Am I correct? No, right? Because you can see this time the number of the small fish is changing, right? You can see 1 jellyfish, 1 fish, 1 jellyfish, 2 fish, 1 jellyfish, 3 fish. So this time it is still this little fish, right? And then the next one should be the jellyfish. Good job. Okay, so this is how we solve the problem. Congratulations. Then this time, let's move on. Here we can see the question 8. Find the page of question 8, everyone. You can see which of the following numbers is a multiple of 3. What does it mean by multiple of 3? That means 3 times a number can get this number. Then we call it as multiple of 3. For example, 9 is a multiple of 3 because you can tell me 3 times how many give us 9? Times 3, right? Give us 9. So 9 is a multiple of 3. And then you can see 3 times 5 give us how many? Type in our chat box. Give us 15, right? So 15 is also a multiple of 3. And let's do another one. 3 times 9 give us how many? 27. And 27 is just also a multiple of 3. So there are many numbers can be multiple of 3. And all this kind of number has a common character. That is characteristic. That is the digits. The sum of all the digits in this number is also a multiple of 3. For example, you see the second number, 1 plus 5. The sum of the digits is 6. It is also a sum. It is also a multiple of 3 because you can see 2 times 3 give us the 6, right? You see 6 is also the multiple of 3. So this can help us solve the problem. You can also double check. For example, the sum of the digits is 9. So you can see 9 is also a multiple of 3, right? So remember this. This will help you to solve the problem. After you know this, you will know that option B is the correct one. Okay, just remember this. This will be very useful. And in the future, when you talk about the number theory, you will also learn why the digits, the sum is also a multiple of 3, okay? Then this time, let's move on to the question 10. Everyone, let's move on to question 10. The opening hours of Joyful Animal Clinic as shown below. For how long is the clinic open the entire day? Okay, so here we can see it is open Monday to Saturday, right? And in the afternoon, it starts from 2:15 p.m. to 5 p.m. And then it will open from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, so our task is to see how long is the clinic open. So we want to see what is the duration that it will open, right? So because there are 2 periods, we need to calculate one by one. So firstly, let's take a look. From 2:15 p.m. to 5 p.m. there are how many hours, how many minutes? So let's take a look. How can we calculate? I know that in school, you always learn like how can we draw the timeline. That is a very good way. But if you want to calculate it very quick, you can also try it another way. But before you calculate like this, you need to make sure the sign behind they are the same because sometimes it is PM, sometimes it's AM. So sometimes you can also turn it into 24-hour clock before you calculate. But as for this question, no need, right? You can see 5 p.m. minus 2:15 p.m. 0, 0 is not enough to minus. So we borrow 1 hour. And 1 hour will become how many minutes? 60 minutes. Be careful, don't write 100, okay? So 60 minus 15 give us 45. And then 4 minus 2 give us 2. So this is 2 hours, 45 minutes. And then let's see the second period of time. It is from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Then we can have a look. 9 p.m. minus 7:30. So 0, 0 is also not enough. Then we borrow 1 hour and turn it to 60 minutes. Okay, so 60 minus 30 equals 30, and then 1 hour 8 hours. 8 minus 7 equals 1 hour. So in total, that will be 1 hour, 30 minutes. Don't forget that we need to see how long is the clinic open in the entire day. So we also need to plus the 2 periods. That will be 2 hours. I don't have enough space, so I write on the top, okay? That will be 2 hours, 45 minutes, plus 1 hour, 30 minutes. Everyone, don't just look at the screen. You can also calculate together, okay? So that will be 75 minutes, 3 hours. Is it okay? No, we don't even have 75 minutes in 1 hour, right? So we need to turn 60 minutes to a new hour. And then right now, we left 15 minutes. So the final answer here should be C. Okay? Then this time, let's move on. question 11. This is a number pattern, right? Number pattern is very common in our papers. So firstly, I give you 30 seconds to take a look at this question. Okay, everyone, this time let's take a look. Let's see. Every time when we are observing the pattern, we always starting from thinking about, is it getting bigger or getting smaller or big, small or something. So as for this one, we can see it is getting bigger or smaller. B for big, S for small. Okay, good job. So we can see it is getting bigger all the time. So let's observe how many bigger. So we can see 4 plus 3 equals 7. 7 plus how many equals 13? Plus 6. And then the next time we plus how many? Plus 9. And then the next time we plus 12. Okay, so seems like we already got the pattern here. That is the difference of the difference here is 3, right? So next time we need to plus 15. Next time we need to plus 15, and then we will get what number? Yeah, that will be 49. And then the next time we plus 18, so that we will get 67. Then the next time we plus 21, and then we will get 88. So the final answer here is 88, option A. Good job, everyone. Then this time, let's do a quick quiz. It is about a number pattern. Just type your answer in the chat box, okay? Observe this. Which one is the next one? Okay, good job. So fast. Okay, so you can see 14 is the correct answer because you can see every time it is getting bigger by 4, by 4, by 4, by 4, right? Okay, always build a small bridge to remind you the difference, okay? Then move on. How about this one? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Type your answer in the chat box. Yeah, that will be 54 because you can see every time it is getting smaller by 2, by 2, by 2, right? And then let's move on. How about this one? It is getting bigger. Yeah, that will be 29 because this time you can see, is it getting bigger by the same number all the time? Seems not, right? It is plus 3, plus 4, plus 5. So next time, plus 6. That will be 29. And after that, we can also double check. If we plus 7, can we get 36? Yes, so we can make sure this is our final answer. So this time, let's move on. We were already quite familiar with the number pattern, the figure pattern. This time, let's take a look. How many numbers from 80 to 200 are divisible by 2 and 5? What does it mean, everyone? It's like, what number can be divided by 2 and 5 at the same time? Let's think about what number can be divided. Let's observe together. So think about what number can be divided by 2. Firstly, we can see 2. You can also list down on your paper, okay? And 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and a lot of numbers like this, right? Then think about what numbers can be divided by 5 without any remainder. That will be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and something, right? Okay, so we can see here, is there any pattern? Okay, so if we want to make sure the numbers can be divided by both 2 and 5, actually, that means this number can be divided by 10, right? 2 times 5 give us 10. So let's think about this time. The question just becomes, how many numbers from 80 to 200 are divided by 10? So this time, let's have a look. There will be 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. Okay. And be careful, some of you may ignore that. Or from 2. The 2 borders are also included. From 2, from 80 to 200. Then 80 and 200, the 2 borders are also included. This is also very common in our queuing problem because sometimes we will say from teacher Jane to Jason, from teacher Jane to teacher Apple, between teacher Jane and Apple. Sometimes these are different, right? Okay, and then after counting, we will see the answer here should be option B. Good job. Then this time, everyone, I ask you a question. You need to type in your chat box as quickly as possible. From teacher Jane to the call, there are how many kids? Oh, I'm not a kid. There are how many person? Oh, call is also not a person. How many items? Okay. From teacher Jane to the call. How many? 2. Okay, good job. From the crocodile to the chick is how many? 4, right? And then between the cow and the chicken. Between the cow and the chicken. Just 1, right? Just teacher Jane. If we say from 2, then the 2 borders are included. If we say between, then the 2 borders are not included. Okay? Then this time, let's move on. Here we can see, oh, I skipped another question. Question 13. Everyone, let's take a look at this question. Question 13. The picture graph shows the number collected by 5 children. After Xuan Li give Yilin 30 badges, they have the same number. Okay, so Xuan Li. Okay, this is Xuan Li, and this is Yilin. And then we will see after giving 30, they will have the same number. So right now, the difference is how many? 6. Can teacher Jane just directly steal away all of them and then put it here? Aileen? Is it okay? No, that's not fair, right? Actually, we need to keep half of the difference and then share half of the difference. Then they will have the same number. Let me show you. That is, we keep these 3 and then move the other 3 here so that they will get the same number, right? So here we will see 30 equals 3 circles. So 1 circle equals 10. Okay, and we also know each circle stands for the same number. Okay, this time, how many are collected by all the 5 children? So this time, what we're gonna do is just to see how many circles are there in total. And then after calculation, you will know that this is 4 plus 6 plus 2 plus 3 plus 8 give us 23 times 10 give us 230. So the final answer here should be D. Good job. Then this time, everyone, let's move on. This is another queuing problem. I know a lot of you get confused with the queuing problem, right? Let's take a look at this question together. Take out your paper and we're gonna draw the diagram together. Read the question. Some children are queuing at a donut store. Mark is the 12th person from the front. Okay, everyone, firstly, our task is to draw a flag to show where is the front, where is the back. Everyone draw a flag. And then the second thing, draw the main character. You can see Mark is the main character in this question, right? So you write down M and then draw a circle. Mark is the 12th person from the front. So think about, this time it is an ordinal number. Let's start with a smaller number. How about if Mark is the second? Then Mark, is it included in this number too? Yes, included, right? And then you can see this time if we have 12%, then that means in front of Mark there are 11%, and the 12th Mark is also counted, is also included, right? And then this time let's move on. Here we can see from the back he is the 7th. Okay, from the back he is the 7th. He is also included in the 7th. So here we can see this is 7. If more children join the queue and Mark is right now in the middle of the queue, how many children are there in the queue now? So firstly, we can see in front of Mark, there are how many kids? 11, right? At the back of him, there are how many kids? 6. So we can see at the back, if we want to make sure that in the front and at the back, they are the same number. Sorry, then how many more kids should be? 5, right? There should be 5 more kids. So after the calculation, we will know 11 plus 1 plus 11, 23. Then this time, let's move on to the question 16. Question 16. Yeah, this time we can see a pencil costs $9. A pencil costs $9. Ronnie has $59. How much more money does he need to buy 7 pencils? Okay, so everyone, let's see. If 1 pencil costs $9, then 7 pencils cost how much? How should we write the equation? Do we do plus? Or is there any easier way? Do times, right? So that will be 7 times 9. Give us how many? Type in your chat box. $63. And don't forget the dollar sign here, okay? And then we can see. So we will know if we want to buy 7 pencils, that will cost $63. Do we have enough money? No, don't have. So this time we need to minus $63 minus $59. How many more dollars do we need? Yes, good job, Evelyn. Good job, everyone. Yeah, so we can see here we need 4 more dollars. Don't forget to write down a dollar sign, okay? Then let's move on. Here, as for this question, a lot of you got it wrong, but no worries. Let's try it together. Every time when we have a combination of figures, we always start from counting one part, right? One small part. How many triangles are there in the figure below? So we can count starting from the small one parts. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyone else with only one part? No more, right? So this 4. And then everyone, let's see. How about if we combine 2 parts together? How many triangles can we have? We also count in order from the top to bottom, from left to right. You can see here, this is 1, right? We combine the 2 parts together. And then this is 2. And then 3. Then 4. Okay, so if we combine 2 parts together, we will get 4. And then let's move on. How about we combine 3 parts together? How many we will get? Yeah, this is 1, right? And then 2. Okay, so we can get 2. And then how about we combine 4 parts together? Seems don't have anyone else, right? So right now, what we're gonna do is just to add them up, and then we will find out. The answer here should be 10. So there are 10 triangles in the figure below. Good job, everyone. Then this time, let's move on to question 19. Question 19. Read the question. Observe the pattern and find what is the digit that comes after the 10th heart shape. Okay, so this time, let's see. What is the pattern here? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 20, 11, 12, 13, 14, like that, right? We need to list them out. So this time, let's try to list them out together. This is already 15, 16, so the next number should be 17. Okay, so we already got the 1, so this time we start from 7, and then 18, 19, 20. After 20, there will be a heart shape, right? A heart shape. Let me draw out the heart shape first. Okay, we need to find what is the number after the 10th heart shape, right? Okay, let me draw the heart shape first. Okay, so this time we can see there will be 20 and then 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, sorry, I missed one number, sorry. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this one should be 19 and then 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 33, 34, oh, sorry, 32, 33, 34, and then 35. So the number after the 10th heart shape, that will be 5. Okay, so what you're gonna do is just to observe the pattern here and then solve the problem step by step. Okay, then this time, as for the question 20, actually this question is not that hard, right? We can see Leo folded the number square twice as shown below. He then punched a hole through a 5-point star. You still remember last week we also have a similar question, right? As shown in the arrow. Find the sum of the numbers that he has punched through. So we can see if we want to know the sum of the numbers, we need to know what are these numbers, right? So firstly, we can see the this time teacher can find a blank paper. Okay, so you see this is a blank paper. The first step, we just fold it like this. Then the second step it is like this. So we punch a hole. Okay, let me see. How can I punch a hole? Okay, we punch a hole. So we can see where is the position of the hole. Yeah, at the border, right? And in the middle. So here you can see where are the numbers? What are the numbers that he punched through? Yeah, that would be 7, 12, 25, 30. And we can see after we do the sum, we will know what is the answer. That will be 74. Okay, so everyone, this time let's move on. Here, question 21. Question 21. In the table below, there are 4 different shapes which represent a digit from 0 to 9. And different shapes represent different digits. Be careful. Can we use the same number? For different shapes, cannot, right? Then the sum on top of each column and along each row, like the 4, 11, 4, 9, 11, represent the sum of the 4 numbers in the column or row. What is the 4-digit number does this represent? Okay, so before we know it, we need to know, as for the triangle, it is how many, the square is how many, the circle is how many, the star is how many, right? Okay, so firstly, let's think about, if I call them as column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, and row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. Which one do you think we need to start with? Type in your chat box. Which one do you think we need to start with? Yeah, actually, we need to start with the second row, right? Because the second one is very special. You can see the number is so small. If 3 circles, if 3 squares plus a circle equals 1, that means the square can only be which number? Type in your chat box. The square can only be 0. Do you know why? Because, for example, if you try like the square is 1, then 3 times 1 is already 3, right? Can we get a sum of 1? Can never, right? So actually, we just directly know the square should be 0, right? So let's label together. Label all the squares as 0. And then this time, let's see, which one should we do next? Yeah, the circle is 1, right? And then this time, which one should we do next? Yeah, someone say row 4. Yeah, it is correct. Because you can see this time we directly know the star is how many? 8, right? Okay, all stars are 8. Label. Then we can find the triangle is how many? 2, right? Okay, all the triangles are 2. Okay, so this time, what is the 4-digit number? Okay, that is our final answer, 2018. Then this time, let's move on, everyone. Let's take a look at the question 22. Turn to the page of question 22. Okay, everyone, we can see Jason, Wei Jie, and Michael have 50 apples altogether. Jason have 5 more than Wei Jie. Wei Jie has 3 fewer than Michael. How many apples does Jason have? Oh my god, this time is a little bit confusing. But no worries, everyone. We can firstly draw a magic arrow to see who has the least, who has more, right? So if this is fewer, this is more. We can firstly label on the diagram. You can see these 3 kids has 50 altogether. Jason have 5 more than Wei Jie. So this is Jason. Then this is Wei Jie. Also, Wei Jie has 3 fewer than Michael. So we can see where is Wei Jie? Where is Michael? Yeah, this is Michael, right? Okay, so everyone, let's take a look. This is the relationship that is Wei Jie has 5 fewer than Jason and Wei Jie has 3 fewer than Michael. So this time we can just use the bar graph to show their relationship because we know Wei Jie has the least. So firstly, we can draw a bar for Wei Jie. And then for Michael, that will be plus 3, right? And then for Jason, that will be 1 box. That means the same number plus 5, right? Okay, so this time we know the sum of them is 50. And after calculation, we will know 1 bar equals 14. But don't forget, we need to calculate how many does Jason have. So Jason equals 1 bar plus 5 equals 19. So this is how we solve the problem. Okay, then everyone, this time let's move on. Okay, let me see which question we need to do because we don't have that many time. Okay, as for the question 24, I just give you a clue, okay? As for this question, we need to start with the special part because you can see D plus D equals D. We also know the same letter represents same digit. Different letter represent different digit. Then you can see if a number plus the number equals the number itself, then D should be how many? Yeah, then we can see D must be 0, right? Because any other numbers, then we cannot do like this, right? So D is 0. And then after we know D is 0, the question becomes easier. And also you can see the C is also very easy to figure out because, everyone, you know the biggest carryover can only be 1. For example, even if you do 9 plus 9, the biggest carryover is 1, right? So you see a 3-digit number plus 3-digit number give us a 4-digit number. That means the C can only be 1. Okay, then if we know C is 1, and we just know A plus B equals C, that is 1 left here. Is it possible? If it is true, then how comes it will be true, right? Okay, so actually A plus B should be 11 instead of 1. And then this time we can see, you can have a look at this part. A plus B plus the carryover 1 equals 1B. So actually here, we know A plus B is 11. A plus B plus 1 equals 1B. Then the B, this digit must be 2, right? Okay, so we already know B is 2. A plus B is 11. Then A is 9. Okay, everyone, this time let's move on to the last question. This question, I know a lot of you got it wrong, right? No worries, let's do it together. Okay, maybe some of you already forgot how you did it. I give you 1 minute to think about it first. I give you 1 minute. Okay, you see 5 students, A, B, C, D, E, racing on a track. They start running in the following order from first to the last. During the run, some students overtook others, so the order has changed. And here are 6 clues. Okay, everyone, let's take a look at this question together. Here we got 6 clues, right? The first one says A overtook 3 people. The second clue says B did not overtake anyone. The third one says C overtook 1 person. 4 says D did not overtake anyone. Fifth clue, E overtook 2 people. Overtook just means run to the front of this person, okay? Then the sixth one says, if a student overtakes someone, they will not get overtaken again by that same person. For example, if A already overtook B, B can never overtake A again. Okay. So we can see here, there are 3 important overtook, right? That is A, C, and E. You can see A, C, E. But do we know who overtake who at first? Do we know the order? No, we don't know, right? So actually this time we need to try one by one. For example, we just follow the order of clues. Let's see what will happen. Firstly, we know that right now the order is B, D, E, C, A. The first clue says A overtook 3 people. So that means A overtake 3 people. Go to the front. So this time, the order just become B, A, D, E, C, right? B, A, D, E, C. Okay, and then let's move on and see what's gonna happen. B did not overtake anyone, so we leave it here. The third clue says C overtake 1 person. Okay, C overtake 1 person. Let me draw it. So this time the order becomes B, A, D, C, E. Okay, and then you see the next clue. E overtook 2 people. So you see, E overtook 2 people. Then E overtook C and D go to the front, right? But you can see, everyone, just now we say if someone overtakes someone, they cannot be overtaken again by the same person. You can see, just now, A overtake D, C, E. C overtake E. But this time, just now, C just overtake E, right? But this time, E overtake 2%. E will overtake C. Is it okay? Cannot, right? So if we follow the order of A and then C overtake, and then E overtake, then the question will be wrong. Okay, then the answer will be wrong. Okay, so seems like we need to change another way. Okay, then how about I just switch the order? Everyone, let's take a look what will happen. For example, A overtook, and then E overtook, and then C overtook. You see, 3% A, C, E, A, C. This time, I want to do the fifth clue before the third clue. Let's see what will happen. We still start from the beginning, B, D, E, C, A. And then this time, the first clue, A overtook 3 people. A overtook 3. So this time, the question just becomes B, A, D, E, C. And then, just now we say A, C, E. This overtaking order is not working, right? Then we start from, how about E overtook 2 people first? Okay, E overtook 2. Then this time we can see that will be B, E, A, D, C. E just overtook A and D, right? Okay, so this time, everyone, you can see A just now just overtook D. But this time, E overtook A. And then, let's see the last one. C overtook 1 person. C overtook who? C overtook D. Okay, so this time, let's see. Is it okay? That will be B, E, A, C, D. Okay, so you can see D just, sorry. Okay, B, E, A, D. Okay, so this one actually also cannot. Okay. Oh, why my answer? And then everyone, let's see. How about this last one? The last one. This time, if we start from the E, what will happen? Okay, so you see B, D, E, C, A. And then E overtake the first. Okay, so E firstly go to the front. And then you see E, B, D, C, A. We finish the fifth clue. And then the next one in overtaking 1. Just now, let me label. E overtook 2 people. A overtook 3 people. Okay, so this time that will be E, A, B, D, C. E, A, B. Oh, sorry, let me see. E overtook 2 people. A overtook 3 people. Okay, E, A, B, D, C, correct. And then, let's see. A already overtook, right? And then this time we're gonna move on. A already overtook. Then the next one, C gonna overtook. D took over 1 person. So this time we will get the answer E, A, B, C, D. So this is how we get the answer of the last question. Okay, so as for this question, the final answer is E, A, B, C, D. There are many possible ways, actually. You can just try it one by one and then see which one that you can make sure if A overtake B, then B cannot overtake A again. And then this is how we solve the problem. Okay, everyone, so this is all for this lesson. Hope you enjoy it. And after today's class, I will share you with another sample paper. What you're gonna do is just to do the paper and then submit it as quickly as possible, okay? I will share a link and then let your mommy to give me the answer that you saw, that you got, okay? Everyone, so this is all for today's class. Bye-bye.
好了，关播啦，拜拜。